we welcome you back to the perFIcT Lifestyle, perFIcT Seasonings Cooking Show. Hope you've enjoyed the first 5 weeks as we transition into our grilling phase. So last week we had a nice tribute to an old friend, cookies pasta salad. We are going to transition and grill up some corn on the cob. We're going to start our grilling session for the next couple of weeks. We're going to do some grilling as we head toward August and football season. Get a couple of things for you on the grill so you can kind of get an idea of what you may like to do, especially with that football season coming up. You got preseason football, of course, the Hall of Fame game the first week of August. You got college football, and there's going to be plenty of time to grill. So let's talk about a couple of things that we can grill this week. Corn on the cob. It's become a favorite thing to throw on the barbecue grill. We're going to do 3 different flavors with this, where I'm going to cook a couple with one seasoning, another with another perFIcT seasoning, one with a third. We're going to have a mix of flavors. We're going to top it with some different things here. So we're going to do some fun stuff with this. First thing we have to do though is get the corn on the cob seasoned. We're going to start with some olive oil. We're going to start with our seasonings. So right now let's go to our recipe page. You're going to see the seasonings that you're going to need for this particular grilling session. Check it out. All right, so you see it's very simple. Olive oil and the seasoning of your choice. So I'm going to use 3 different perFIcT seasonings. We're going to use our clean and jerk sweet rub. We're going to use our lemon herb, and we're going to use our pizza blend. So I'm going to take a couple of ears there, a couple here. We're going to go with 1 here. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my olive oil. I got 100% pure olive oil. Kroger brand is fine. Get your favorite if you want extra virgin, whatever it is. Just kind of pour it down, let the oil fall down in there. Same thing on these. Okay, and in a minute I'm going to make sure that all sides are covered. I'm just kind of drenching one side for now, and then once I get my hands in there and mix it up, we'll be fine. So pouring that, we're going to start with the clean and jerk sweet rub. Okay, and I'm going to season a couple of ears just like so, turning it. Okay, now I haven't coated this yet, and there's a reason. Now I'm going to get my lemon herb. Lemon herb, let's coat this one. Or excuse me, let's season this one. We have the coated side with the olive oil, and we have the dry side. We're just going to sort of sprinkle a little bit on there. Okay. Next, pizza blend. We're just going to lightly season this one. Turn it over. Just touch it up a little bit. Okay. Nothing major. Now, you're going to get the water running. You want to do this near the sink. Okay. So, you have one side with the olive oil. Just going to sort of, the seasoning that's already fallen into your container, just kind of wet your hands with the oil, and now you can rub both sides because you've had seasonings and oil that's fallen throughout. You want to rub the seasonings into the grooves of your corn, get that flavor deep in there so when it grills, it really will caramelize nicely with the flavors getting deep into the kernels. Okay, real simple. We're going to save that at the bottom because we're going to bring a basting brush out to the grill. Now, just a simple rinse of the seasonings. Don't worry about trying to clean completely. Hands are going to stay oily as it is. Now we'll do the lemon. Again, kind of just reaching in there with your fingertips, getting your fingers oily, getting the lemon herb into the grooves of the corn. I'm going to do it again. Reaching in there, get my hands kind of coated with the oil. You just kind of turning it around, really rubbing in, massaging the seasonings into the grooves of the corn. Okay, rinsing, hot water. We're going to come over here, get that pizza blend and the olive oil. Turning it. all that extra oil. We don't need to keep pouring. That's why I only poured it on the one side, because the excess that runs off, you just kind of pour it in your hands. So now you have your seasoned corn on the cob. Okay, we're going to rinse off our hands here. Now we're going to top this, or each one of these, we're going to top this with special seasonings, or with a special topping, if you will, that's going to sort of marry and coincide with the seasoning for each corn on the cob. So with the sweet rub, we're going to have sort of a sriracha Greek yogurt topping, and then a special cheese. With the lemon herb, we're going to go with an organic butter with some garlic, minced garlic, and a little bit of honey and cilantro. And then with the pizza, we're going to go in an Italian flavor. We're going to do all that. While these are grilling, I'm going to show you how to make these toppings. So let's head out to the grill and pop these bad boys on there. All right, so we're out here at the grill. Now before I get the flame on, I want to spray it with some non-stick. So just want to get your grates coated with this. And it's not really as necessary because we have our corn coated with the oil, but I always like to use a non-stick spray just in case, just for that added protection. Let's light our grill. Now we're going to get this nice and hot, and I'm not going to let it get, I'm not going to wait too long for the preheat, but I'm going to close it to expedite. I'm going to watch my gauge. When it gets to about 300, 350, I'm going to lift the lid, and I'm going to lower it to a medium-high medium, but I don't want to see too much flame, but I'll have that heat. And then I'm going to lay my ears onto the grates, close this. I'm going to let it caramelize and cook for about 10 to 12 minutes on each side. We'll check it periodically, but it gives us time to lay these on the grill, go inside and make our topping for each one. We bring them out, and then we'll season both of them, or not season them, but top them, each one of these ears with our herbs and our cheeses and our topping and our dressing. It's going to be fantastic. So let's tell you what, while this is heating up, check this out. We'll be back right after this.
Those with a passion for food typically have a tantalizing passion for spices and herbs. perFIcT Lifestyle appreciates recipes that revolve around a healthier plate. And when it comes to eating healthy at home, recreational chefs feel the same. perFIcT Lifestyle is here to make sure your meal plans are not only loaded with healthy choices, but seasoned properly with the right herbs and spices. perFIcT Seasonings.
Welcome back. So as you can see, the needle's creeping toward 400, just past 350, and that's because it's closed. So I'm going to sort of let some of that heat out. I'm going to bring that flame down, as I mentioned. I don't want to see it too high. And a lot of that that's flaring up is from our non-stick spray, and that's fine. It'll come down. But now let's place our corn on the cob. So we got our pizza blend. Gonna put right there. We got our sweet rub corn right here, and we have our lemon, and we'll throw that right there. Okay, so we're gonna let that cook. Again, those are gonna take some time, so we're gonna go 10 to 12 minutes. Maybe drop this down a little bit. Okay, we're gonna let that caramelize. Come back and check on that. Let's go inside and let's mix up these toppings that are going to be unbelievable for this grilled corn on the cob mix. All right, so while our corn on the cob is grilling and sort of caramelizing on the grates, I'm going to start doing these toppings, and one of them is going to be with non-fat Greek yogurt, plain yogurt. Now I left it out for room temperature while I was prepping the corn because I want it to be a little looser. I don't want it to be stiff and thick, so I want to be able to drizzle it across the corn on the cob. So I have our Greek yogurt in the dish. Now I'm going to add some sriracha chili sauce. Okay, so we're going to sort of just drizzle that right on top. We're going to mix this together like so. Now this topping is going on the corn on the cob that has the sweets rub. So we're going to go ahead and add a little more seasoning to this right in there. We're going to whip that together. And again, I'm not going to refrigerate it. I don't want it to be stiff. I want that consistency to be able to, as you can see, just drizzle across my corn. Okay? Now, On top of this, once I drizzle the corn, we're gonna add some goat cheese. So this is for the corn on the cob that has the sweet rub. Now, for the next two, they involve some herbs, okay? So let's go with the one with the pizza blend. We're just real simple with this one. We are going to baste it once it comes in with some melted butter and garlic, which we will just simply do in the microwave. We can just melt the butter. Then we're gonna top it with some Italian parsley and some shredded cheese, shredded Parmesan cheese, okay? And that's actually shaved, it's not shredded or grated. So I'm gonna just cut this up. Set this aside because we only have 2 ears, so it's not like we need a lot of herb. We don't need to cut the whole bunch. Okay, I just want it to be sort of do a rough cut through our herb. Sorry, I've already rinsed it, washed it off. Put that right inside there. Put our parsley aside. And with the parsley, we have shaved Parmesan cheese, and that's going to go on top with the pizza, the pizza blend corn. It's going to go on top with the melted butter and the garlic. For the third flavor, which was with the lemon, we are going to use some cilantro. We're going to use that same melted butter with garlic, but this flavor is going to be a twist to it. You know, what do you have when you have a cold and you want to have something hot for that throat? You make tea with lemon and honey, right? So we're going to top this corn on the cob with honey and cilantro, plus the melted butter and garlic, and that lemon and honey mix that you're used to with hot tea. We're now going to mix it right on top of the corn. So if there's one herb that I absolutely love working with, just from the aromatic, the smell of cilantro is incredible. I love growing cilantro in my garden. I love using fresh cilantro, and I love the smell of it just from cutting it. When you have fresh salsa that's made with tomato, red onion, and cilantro, and a nice jalapeno or a serrano, that cilantro smell that you get, there is nothing better as far as natural herbs. I like the sweet basil, I like thyme, but there is nothing better for me than cilantro. It is my favorite herb to work with. I put it in a lot of my dishes, and now we're going to top this corn on the cob. So we have our 3 toppings ready for our cobs. I just need to bring them in, and we're going to top everything and prep these corn on the cobs. So let's go check that out now out at the grill. I can't even begin to tell you how good this smells. I mean, you can just smell, it's like a mix of hot buttered popcorn and corn on the cob seasoned well. So we're gonna take our pizza blend, we're gonna set these back in their respective containers. Sweet rub goes in here. Now we're gonna bring these in. I'm gonna show you how to top them with our incredible 3 toppings. So we have our grilled corn. Now with this one, I'm not going to use the butter and the garlic, okay? This is the one with the sweet rub. I'm going to make sure that I get my lingering oil and seasoning and go ahead and just baste it. I'm not going to really worry about turning it over, just get all edges, okay? Got that one done. Now we're going to get our Greek yogurt, remember with sriracha, and I'm just going to drizzle my corn on the cob. And I'm not sure how much you guys like, so for those of you who like gobs and gobs, how's that look? So you got your Greek yogurt with sriracha, and now we're going to top it with some goat cheese. Nice soft white cheese. Just throw that right on top. Now if you want to put some herbs on top of that, be my guest. But that is going to be our sweet rub corn. Okay, we're going to put that off to the side. Our next one is we're just going to keep moving right along, is our lemon herb. So once again, I'm going to get my remaining oil and seasonings, and I'm going to just kind of throw that on there. Now, I'm also going to take this melted butter. I got some organic butter with garlic, minced garlic in there, and I'm going to brush the corn. And here I'm going to try to get all the sides evenly coated. I'll even flip it a little bit. Just sort of baste it with the butter and the garlic. And with this one, now watch this. You got your organic honey, and I'm just going to drizzle organic honey right on top of there. Let that sort of just soothe its way down and around. And now I'm going to add some cilantro. Now, an option for this, if you want, if you want to add some citrus to it, maybe a little flavor, your choice. You can add some lime juice. You could add some fresh lemon juice, some lime juice, or even get some tangelos, little tiny oranges, and you could just kind of squeeze some fresh citrus on top of this if you want as well. We'll set that aside. All right, so our final one, we have our pizza blend, oil and pizza blend. Got the remaining, don't want to waste. Got butter and garlic, again, our organic butter with minced garlic. We're basting it, coating it really well. Now with this one, we are going to take shaved Parmesan cheese. Okay, not grated, but shaved. We're just gonna kind of layer it right around there. Put it on top. Let the heat from it sort of just melt away. That way you can pick up extra pieces as you go. Each bite, because as you turn this corn on the cob, you're going to want more, obviously. So layer it on the side. We have some Italian parsley that we're going to layer right on top. Now with this one, because of the big pieces of cheese, we want to get that melted butter that's still warm, and we're just going to sort of drop it, and sort of just like this, just little drops, help melt it from the top. And there we have our Italian corn on the cob from our pizza blend. So there you have our corn on the cob delicacies with 3 different seasonings, 3 different toppings. Once again, I appreciate you joining us for our perFIcT Lifestyle, perFIcT Seasonings cooking show. I want you to come back next week because we're going to grill all over again, and we're going to do a carbless dog and carbless burger. Yep, we're going to do burgers and dogs on the grill, but we're going to serve it with no buns. So make sure you come back next week. Check that out. We're going to have fun with that. Some special toppings. We'll see you next week. Willie Ramirez, co-founder of perFIcT Lifestyle. Just a huge thank you to all of our viewers for coming out and checking out perFIcT Lifestyle, perFIcT Seasonings video. And we want to remind you to check out all of our apparel and seasonings at perFIcTLifestyle.com. And also tune in to Jordin Ramirez TV on Jordin Ramirez's channel as he takes you along for all of his workouts and crazy antics every single week. We'll see you next week.